I'm back. So the end of the bolt's hidden over there, but I didn't see it, so now I found it. So now we got a bolt to use. Okay, we need to mark this how far down in the, we're going to hole it. So it looks like I got about an inch of engagement on the pipe, should be good. So that means we go down about that far and clamp down on it. Actually, probably should go a little bit deeper than that. You got a slot right here, so I'll go past that. Of course, that's going to make this pipe too short if I keep going down deep like this. But go down a little bit more. If you mark it, you know where you're at, so get back to it. Needs to be at about an angle like this. Alright. Lose a little bit. A little bit more holding power here. Okay, so that gives me my rear pipe right here. Camera's way too close. Okay, we have to figure out how we're going to do this here because I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. Gotta get this down to here, this is going to come up to here. Yeah, it's not going to work very well. The muffler kind of dictates where you're going to put the pipe. So we have a sissy bar here. We have an axle. And we have a brake adjustment piece, pivot, and a brake rod. So originally we wanted to get the pipe in there tucked in nice and tight, like this, which is way in from where this one is. But the problem with that is you hit all this stuff up here. So after I clamp this down, you got your mounting bolt, which on this one looks like it's going to be behind the sissy bar. And you can see where the pipe is going to be. Unless you go at a big angle, it's not going to be there. It's going to be out here like this. So that means the pipe's going to have to make a dog leg to get into the, over into this. So that's going to be interesting. Now he wants these to end equally, so then you got to go in front of this one, which will help us a little bit on the clearancing. But you're still hitting against this, just like you were up here. But the problem is the sissy bar has a dog leg right here. That will automatically kicks this lower pipe out by that much. See, that was up tight. This one's going to be further out. You can't keep it in. It's going to have to be out. You can angle it, which I don't think he wants to do. If you angle it, you can make it line up down in here pretty good. Right down here like this. To make it fit, you can do an angle, but that doesn't quite look right either. And I don't think that's what he's going to want to do. So that means this pipe here can be out further, but we have to basically follow like the frame with dog legs in. The other problem is the kicker has to clear this, and I think that's going to kill it for our alignment is the kicker. So you always have multiple things you got to deal with whenever you do something custom. Okay, so we have to clear our kicker. Okay, there's the kicker clearance. Okay, so it looks like we're all right on that part. So that should clear pretty good. So this is going to have to go in like this with a dog leg, which is just going to follow that frame in. So It shouldn't look too awful bad if you're following the frame in, I think. We'll be alright. So I think we're going to have to extend this pipe here. Let them cut this pipe and make it work down here somehow. So usually what you do is you cut the pipe in the middle and you turn it 180. That should offset you one diameter, which is about what we need. See, that all lines up pretty good if we come out one diameter pipe. So theoretically, if you cut this right in half at 45 degrees and reverse it, it should get you one diameter over, I think. It's either going to be half a diameter or a full diameter. And if you go halfway, I think you're only going to gain half a diameter. Half a diameter, I don't think is going to be enough. If you angle it, half a diameter would be fine. We can probably get away with that. Not too bad, but it really needs to be a full diameter to make it right. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let's see. Get this out of the way. These are the same basic diameters. Okay, that's the same bend. So if we go over one diameter, where are we at here? So I think we're going to want to probably use another pipe to do it. Maybe not. Nope, that might go one diameter. Because that's what we need, is like that. To be right there. Which would follow the frame. Okay, so I'm going to go mark this pipe right dead center. Cut it. And come back. So I'll show you how we're going to do that pretty accurately. Pretty simple, actually, I think. If I think it's going to do what I want to do. So we got to take this back off of here now. So let's go cut this thing. Come on, camera, get out of there. Okay, we're going to go over here to the bandsaw. Ah! Too much crap in the way over here. So. Now if you put both of these angles equal and cut dead center, that should be dead center in your bend. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. Problem is getting where the angles are identical. Oh, I know how to do that. Get my protractor. That's how you do it. I hope this works. We'll find out. If we screw it up, we'll just make a different thing. Okay, so theoretically it should be at 45 degrees to be identical. No, this isn't it. Can't do it that way. Okay, the first problem is this is not 90 degrees, it's some other angle. So we gotta see what angle we're at. That's about 0. So about 60 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 60 degrees. So it's 30 degrees each way. So if we put this pipe at 30 degrees, that should be right in the middle. Machine's zero, machine's level. That's why you level out your machine before you put them in. Okay, it's pretty close to 30 degrees. Let's do a check this way to make sure. Pretty close to 30 degrees. So see, we're at 30 degrees that way. And we're pretty close to 30 degrees this way. Get the camera in the right spot helps. Okay, so that looks pretty close to 30 in both directions. So that should be in the middle of the bend. So hopefully that gives me my offset I need. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. If it doesn't work, I screwed up the whole piece of pipe. But we have more pieces here to make it from if we need to. Okay. Moment of truth. I didn't get what I wanted. I got half a bend. Half a tube. And a little bit of an angle to it too, they're not identical. Okay, so I didn't get quite what I wanted, but I can make that work, I think. This looks pretty good that way. Okay, we're going to take this with us here just in case we need that also. Someone left it laying here. I don't know why they would left that there like that. It's something you could use. You never know what parts you're going to use around here. Go over there. Okay, go over here and grind this a little bit. Smooth things up. Maybe I'll say what tool I'm using. It's a Vargas deburring tool. So these are replaceable bits here. It changes out when they break. Nice tool. There's other brands out there too. Okay, I think we got what we need. Okay, let's go see what we really got here. Let's see if we made what we needed or we screwed up something. Kind of 50-50 I think at this point. 50-50 is better than 0 though. Okay. That's pretty good. What I didn't count on was I need to move this sideways a little bit also. Now look at that. I can play around with this a little bit. Look at this. I can actually make this angle that I want it to be. See, this is pretty neat. actually works pretty damn good. I like that. I wasn't counting on this part of the feature. Okay. Can make it look like that. Look at the angle on that. It's hard to tell what you're doing there, but okay. So this needs to be put a 22-degree rise. I think is what we need. Get rid of my tool. Somebody left it over there out of the way. Felt tip too. Okay, let's see what our rack is at. 1 degree negative. 23 that way. So that means we need 24 degrees, I think, altogether. I don't know. You can see what I'm doing over here? Probably not. Hard to make this where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I need 24 degrees of upright movement. Maybe almost 25 degrees to be real world. Oh, I didn't see what this pipe was. What angle? It doesn't matter what the rack is, it matters what this front pipe is. Okay, how do I get this pipe in here? I don't know, I can't get in there with anything. Underneath, dumbass. There you go. 0. Okay, perfect. So this is 24 degrees, 23. So theoretically, if I rotate this to get a 23-degree rise from this side here, let's see, I'm back on this rack again too, so that's not quite right. Be close to 25-degree rise. A little bit of movement makes a big change here. Something about in here. Okay, so theoretically, that's what we're going to need. In the real world, it ain't even close. There's too many dynamics going on here to know exactly where you're at. I need to rotate it this way. Actually, this angle might still be good. This angle here I had to rotate. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually there. Okay, how's the upright angle look? I think that's pretty damn close. And that ain't too bad either. That's pretty damn close to working, actually. Okay, I'm gonna go tack weld this in this spot and see if we can make that work. Okay, so we got the welder laying here waiting to be used. There's so much room to work right here. Where's my clamp at? There's that clamp. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. This is almost like a three-man job trying to make this work. So we need the table to help hold it a little bit. lines up perfectly right there. Damn, it hurts. Okay, that mark's lined up pretty close. Man, that's a nice fitment there, let me tell you. Pretty nice fitment inside the pipe. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to try to tack that somehow without moving it. That's going to be interesting. Okay, the ground wire's on the frame. It needs to come off the frame and go to the clamp, which will help stabilize things, hopefully, so they'll move. I'm going to put a tack right down there. So let's get the camera out of the way. And we need to go turn the machine on, too. Then we got to find my helmet and my gloves, wherever they ran off to. I'm going to put the camera back here so we don't destroy the lens. That'd be a bad thing, destroying the lens. On the helmet. Gloves. Up right now. Check the fitment. Grind this pipe at a slight angle. hard to tell where to put things. Can't decide what I want to do. Problem is the pipes are not consistent. So we're trying to keep this pipe up in the air so you're level. This one here, we got to keep clearance here. We want to move the pipe in to keep it for kicker clearance. This is hitting hard here, so we're going to wind up being at an angle going like this, which I'm trying to avoid. And this is not quite the right angle for doing what I'm trying to do here. So if I put this in front of the bracket here, then the mufflers aren't quite square with each other. They're pretty close actually because of that. This can slide down, I guess, to make it equal. I think it'll, you can either have the bolts in front or behind the sissy bar on this one. If you move it back behind here, like that, that lengthens everything. It's only too far back this way. If you put it in front, that lines up pretty close this way. And right down here, straight down looks good. It's just a matter of where we're going to put it. He wants this angle to be the same as the tube here, which is an angle like this. And you can see how this bend here isn't quite right when I do stuff like this. All of this stuff is making a variable here I don't really like, so I'm going to take this off. This thing keeps moving up and down like this, which is not helping the situation at all. Need to make that shorter. Get it inside the tubing where I want it to be. The blocker isn't here, so we're just going to make it work, whatever it takes. The lower you come on a sissy bar, the more it moves the thing forward. It contradicts what he wants in the back. I think we're still okay there. This bend now is totally different than I had it before. Rotate it a little bit this way will help. Then the angle's too steep. pretty good at that angle, I think, there. The next problem is I don't think the kicker will clear all of this. It clears. Okay, so there's kind of where I'm looking at right now. So we obviously got kicker clearance here, which is good. We're going to have a ton of it over here. You're going to have to keep this offset pedal because you can't put the more straight up when it'll hit. Pipe coming through there is good. This is going to have to come forward a little bit and put a tab over here somehow off of there. We have access to there. We have a little bit of access up under the nut up under here for the axle. It's tight, but it's there. I think we're all halfway decent on our tip straightness. So this one's a little bit further back than this one, but tab can be made longer. This can be slid down if he wants to, or just leave it. I think it looks good because it can be the same as the sissy bar angle. Not quite the same, but close to what the sissy bar is. This can be slid back a little bit to make it the same as the sissy bar, but you want to go straight up and down, so you're kind of dictated by where your bolts are here for the sissy bar. Kind of dictates all this stuff. And you should be able to make some kind of a clamp somewhere down here to hold it, or wherever. You're going to have some kind of a bracket down here in the middle of the pipe. Somewhere along in here, it's going to have to be a bracket. This one here, we got to have a bracket here and one up here, otherwise it'll fall off the bike. So we'll have to put something up in this area, probably underneath under here. If you don't, it will fall off. Okay, so I'm thinking probably this is going to be pretty close. Here's the angle of the frame, so we're pretty even. Should make him happy. So I'm thinking we're just going to put this thing right where it is. We got our clearances, everything we need. That's as tight as we can get here, because this kicks out a good 1.5 inches this way, more than up here. We can't stop that. So get back here. See how it kicks out a little bit, but it's as close as I can make it be. Can't change that. It's just the sissy bar dictates where you're going to be. Not changeable. I'm thinking the front pipe is good. This is all in there good. We got good clearance and everywhere. So I think this is going to work. The only thing I could care about here is maybe a little bit higher up here. So when I move it forward, we get a little bit more room for a nut. But we're already going uphill a little bit. But I think we can go up a little bit more, and that'll help us on this axle here a little bit too. So I don't think that'll be too bad of a deal. I don't think he's going to scream too much at me for doing that. If he does, too damn bad. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it work, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and slide this back a little bit more. That's gonna raise my height up a little bit to make good room for a nut. Got good axle movement. So if he doesn't like it, he can always bend this pipe down slightly. I'm gonna leave it at that. Alright. Oh, there's a big gap on this thing. Yep, we'll slid it back together. Okay. Yeah, just slid back on me a little bit, so there's a little bit of a gap, but not too bad. That's easy to fill. The rest of these are easy to do also. So I'm going to go ahead and put me a tack right in there, and I'll start doing a couple other tacks. I think I got a tack up here, a tack on the bottom. Tack, tack, tack. Alright. See, I don't do custom exhaust because it sucks. It's almost like making brake lines. Doesn't mean I can't do it. Just means I don't like it. At least when I do it, they fit. Quite a twist in my mind here, I don't like that. A little better. Somewhere. There's the bikes in the way and the clamps in the way. Go a little higher. Weld the clamp the damn thing, dumbass. Oops. Well, yep, do that. Not good. Big gap under there. Gap fill. Yeah, lack of ground. No welding. We should get ground now. Good fit. Gap fill under here. quarter. Oh. Too much heat. Split second, too much heat. Okay, well, there's what it's going to be. We've got it welded in now. So, got a fire. Smoking. Alright, so there it is. A little hot right there, so it sits right there, so definitely got a lot of clearance. Check this direction. Same clearance there, so that's good. So I got a little bit of gap fill right there and hit a hole. When I clamped it, I didn't see the big gap on the bottom. Oh well. We will just plug it up with weld. Alright, so this looks pretty even through here, not too bad. So it's got a nice good bend looking to it. This here is going to wind up being further down. So we'll lift this up a little bit here. So we'll put some kind of a tab off of here with a bolt to hold that up there. And that's going to hold this here. Now, he's going to like it better being lower, but it's going to be higher. This whole pipe's kind of pulling up and down a little bit. Probably lift it up a little bit by just yanking on this thing a little bit. Make it what we need. We got a little bit of a gap right here. Just like we got a little bit of a gap up here. So everything's about the same. And the angle back here is not quite what the sissy bar is, but close. So this can go forward a little bit if we want to. This one here can put anywhere you want. It's a big gap. So, all right, so I'm going to take this off the bike and do a bunch of welding. That'll be fun. Okay, let's see if these will come off without destroying anything. That'll be the fun part. Break a weld. That makes it really fun when you break welds. Don't grab the hot spot. So there's the front pipe. Almost looked like it was made that way on purpose. I think it was. Look at that. Nowadays you can actually send those out having prototyped and made that way now. We can make our own custom exhaust pipes. It only takes 100 sets to make them. Yeah, maybe 50 these days. Have to have a few orders to do that. Walker be out his bike for a while, that'll really piss him off. This does not want to come off of here. It's tight. Don't like coming off that spot. Alright, so this way I only got the one weld right here to do. He wanted this to be chrome. It's not chrome, it's raw. It's going to rust. Well, we got some new coatings coming. We put aluminum on there so he wants, or black. If he wants to. That's up to him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and weld this up. And let's see how bad we make it. Oh, that burn hole didn't go through. Even though I burned hole, there's no big titty on the inside. See how clean the welds are on the inside? When I TIG weld, I get big titties like this around the whole inside. Like this. That being a bead like that on the inside, it sticks way inside the pipe. When I wire feed, I don't get that. See, we'll see how good I can do this. We'll find out. Okay, get this all situated and do some welding.